is up? It is Mr. Rayguns here, bringing you guys another video. And today, I'm going to be doing kind of a different video. If you guys remember, back during Black Ops 4, I made an album review for Confessions of a Dangerous Mind by Logic. The video didn't do crazy well, but it's something that I did enjoy doing. And I am a huge fan of Logic. If you guys know, if you follow me on Twitter, you know I'm very active in the Rat Pack community that's on Twitter. I talk a lot, I tweet a lot about Logic, and I'm just overall a big fan. So, if you don't know, Logic announced his retirement and announced his final album. Well, he dropped it as well. And this album has a very different reception from what Logic usually gets. Ever since Everybody came out, every time Logic dropped an album, or a soundtrack, or mixtape, mostly shit on by Twitter. Twitter usually talks shit about it. They did not enjoy it. A lot of people did not enjoy it. And the albums didn't really do too well commercially. I mean, they did okay, but, you know, overall, critics didn't really vibe with it, and a lot of fans actually left Logic's side. I can't count how many people I knew on Twitter that were huge fans of Logic, and then after he dropped Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, they were done. So this album, like, this was big, you know, it was his final album. Was he going to go out with a bang or not? So I'm just here to give my thoughts on it, talk about the tracks I love the most, and, you know, rank it. Is it better than Confessions of a Dangerous Mind? Is it better than Under Pressure? So, Logic, No Pressure, album review, second time ever doing it on my channel. So, start off with the album with the title track, No Pressure. Now, as soon as this album started, I just felt a different feel from this. I felt this was a lot different from his previous albums. I haven't had a otherworldly feeling like this since I listened to Incredible True Story. It was truly something different, and I really do love No Pressure. No Pressure is a great intro. Logic is spitting. I think something that a lot of people forget is that the main criticism of Logic isn't that he can't rap. It's usually that he's super corny and he uses a lot of filler bars. And I was on the lookout for all of those things during this album. Loved the song No Pressure. Hit My Line comes on and I immediately gravitated toward that song. He's got a really nice line on there, and I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said, you know, there's too many kids outlined in chalk. They're afraid of drive-bys when they should be afraid of the dark. I fuck with that, and I love the hook on Hit My Line. It's really good. Then after that, you have Growing Pains 4, and Growing Pains 4 didn't really hit me at first. It is, like, you know, a little tribute to Outkast, but my thing with this track is just that it's decent. I like it, except it's got a lot of the lines he used in the No Pressure freestyle that he uploaded. So I was really expecting more, and I like Growing Pains 4, don't get me wrong, but compared to Growing Pains 3 and Growing Pains 2, like, it's easily not in my top 2 Growing Pains, but it's decent. Celebration, I'm not a huge fan of either. Celebration is just, the production's really loud, and the production, by the way, is done by No ID on this album, and for the most part, it is fucking amazing. But, you know, Silas's verse, I skip that shit every time now after the shit that he did on Twitter. But moving on from Celebration, we have Open Mic and Aquarius 3. Fucking love it. The beat transition is so good. And the line he has in Aquarius 3, the second half of the song, where he says, I'm like Leo and Revenant, bear with me. Like, I don't know why, I just thought that shit was fucking dope. Then we have Soul Food 2, which I think is a very worthy successor to Soul Food 1. Do I think it's as good as Soul Food 1? No, but I do love Soul Food 2. I think it's really good. I love the second half of the song. Once the beat switches, I fucking loved it. Then we have Perfect, which I really love Perfect as well. Not much to say about it since it's only about like a minute 50 long, but it's a good song. I think it's really fun, and it's cool. Man I Is really good. It's a really just telling track is how I feel about it. And then after that, we got Dad Bod, which I think is a really top tier song on this album. I think Dad Bod's great. You know, I love it. I love Dad Bod. It's really fun, especially that third verse where he's like explaining his everyday life. And I love where he says, you know, goddamn, I already had a hard life once. Am I supposed to recreate it out every album for you cunts? I'm like, fuck, yes, it's so good. Then we have Five Hooks, which I think is a good song. I do like Five Hooks. I like the beat transition in it. Dark Place is really good, except I really think the speech he added at the end of it is highly annoying to me because I feel like it was unnecessary. Everything that was said in that speech, Logic had already said, and it just made the track kind of drag for me at the end. Then we have A to Z, which is the one that everyone loves to clown on Twitter. But I kind of fuck with A to Z. I love the intro, and I know he's got some really corny kind of bars in there, but you can't tell me the bar, I have enough M's in the bank to make ends meet, isn't fucking dope. I love that. Heard Him Say, very good song. It's very emotional, and I really enjoy it. Amen is really short, but I enjoy Amen a lot as well. And then we got Obediently Yours, which is just a speech. So those are my very quick thoughts on all the songs throughout the album. Overall impressions is that Logic didn't really surprise me content-wise with this album. In terms of content, it's pretty much what I expect from him at this point. You know, it's the same story he told us on Under Pressure, except this time it's a more mature Logic. It's the same thing I got when I listened to the Marshall Mathers LP2 by Eminem versus Marshall Mathers LP1. LP2 was a lot more of a mature Eminem, even though he talked about a lot of the same things. So I definitely think this is Logic's best album he's put out in years. I think it is worthy to go after Under Pressure. Do I think it's better than Under Pressure? No. But I do think it is a really good album, and I think if this is the end of his career, he ended it on a high note. I really thoroughly enjoy this album, and I go back and listen to it all the time. But anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Help me on the road to 600 subscribers. Let me know what you thought about No Pressure in the comment sections below. Did you even listen to No Pressure? Are you going to? Do you plan on it? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear it in the comment section down below. Final rating, I'd give No Pressure an 8.5 out of 10. I really do vibe with this album, and I really do enjoy it. But anyway, that's all for today's video. I will see you guys next time. It is Austin, and I am out. Peace, guys.